Yes. Back again. Motown Philly back again. Coming in on an East Coast swing. JN going off. Not too hard, not too soft. You know the universal greeting. It is not the greeting from Transformers the movie. You know how to say it. I'm not paying them points to say it. You know what the universal greeting of the JNN Jamar Nicholas Network is, right? Well, hello. Well, hello, you guys. I'm back. I am back from outer space, and it's great to see you guys so much. Let's sound off, you guys. Who's in the building? Who came to group? As you remember, a group, you all pull up to the rec center. If you get here early, you might get the parking spot out front with the busted meter, the paper bag over it. Ronaldo says, I can't fully express how much I've missed this. I've missed this. I've missed this, Ronaldo. And need coffee break. I needs it, precious. I needs it. Who else is up in here? I see JRD. I gotta do it. I gotta give him his love. No, notorious. What's up, JRD? Yo, you know how we do it up in here. Yo, what's up, my caffeines? I love it. I love all the energy up in here. Who else is in the building? You guys sound off. I see a whole lot of superstars up in here. I see Dakota. I see James. What up, Miguel? I see my man Ben. What up, Ben? Who'd I miss? Hey, Jimmy. you know the routine. Paper doll. Paper doll. Yo, what up? You know PM Jones. What's up, Jimmy? Good to see you, my man. Ronaldo loves it. No, notorious. All of you guys have a special place in my heart, and thank you so much for giving me your Thursday night. Who else is in here? Sound off. I see Miguel. I see James. I see Jared D. I see Dakota. Oh, thank you. Well, hello, Brad Tree. How are you, sir? Good to see you. What up, Vincent? Good to see you. There's never a day off of that, my man. Hello. Dakota says, I am going to be the only PNW, that means Pacific Northwest, crew here tonight. The husbands are doing house things like responsible adults. Well, somebody has to do it. Let's start there. Our first sip of the night. Come on, you guys. Let's get your sippers up. And also tell me what you sipping on tonight. I do, guys, I'm so rusty. Pause. Sip of coffee for adulting. Also, let's get a shout out for the on brand. Is it Thursday yet? Coffee mug. I'm going to spill this all over my keyboard. Designed by Notorious JRD with the coffee break with JN logo. You can cop this, right? A lot of y'all, all of you creatives out here, you know how it is. You come up with a really cool saying or something, and people are like, yo, you should put that on a shirt. You're like, all right, hey, I put it on a shirt. They don't buy them, right? Don't be that guy. Don't be a what was the name? There's a name of that kid they used to have in the 50s, civil defense uh reels. Like, don't be a chortle or whatever this kid's name was. Don't be a chortle. Buy the shirt. And JRD, I think, didn't you change the name of your t-shirt merch thing, or is this it? Look down below. You can't click on it, so you're just gonna have to type it. Or maybe JRD will put it in the chat. And also on that note, I'm getting back to the Pacific Northwest thing. If you want a Leon shirt, you want official before they start bootlegging it at the subway station, Leon merch, you go to studioblackboss.threadless.com. That's my shop. I got a couple of joints. I got the goggles Leon. I got the classic Leon Protector the Playground hero pose. I also got extraordinary Leon coming at you. I got all the flavors, y'all. Whatever size you need, we got you. If it's for the shorty, we got you. If you want like a Fieldhouse soft, super soft tea, the chef's kiss, I got you. Don't worry about it. Go cop it. But my sipper was for Nakota, and let's hear it for adulting, you guys. Um, there's so much to talk about. I'm going to run out of space, but we're going to try our best. So speaking of adulting, I had a giant birthday last weekend, and a lot of things happened at the same time last weekend. And I saw that in the joint, JRD had gave me some credit for something. JRD says, "Congrats on finishing the main duties of book two. Thank you so much. I turned in the principal art for Leanna Magnificent, the next volume in my Scholastic series. That's right, y'all. Remember how we were celebrating? We were popping bottles. We were cutting bottles off with the saber, cutting the tops off with a saber to celebrate the extraordinary. Next year, we're going to do it all over again. So, 2024, Leon the Magnificent will debut. I'm going to talk it up, y'all. I need all my agents in the field to help me signal boost that. So, thank you so much. So, I turned that in. I also turned 50 last Saturday. And also a tree just split my car in two. That also happened in the same, the same span of time. So there's always something going on. I just had an interview with a sweet young person on Instagram this afternoon, and I said to them, it's funny when you're adult, whenever you seem to have a free space of time on your calendar, it will be filled. It will be filled. Pause. So let's see. I already gave up my first sipper, but we'll get back to it, JRD. What up, Kirk's Pencils? I see a lot of people showed up while I was running my mouth. Sipper for Kirk's Pencils. Kirk's Pencils was one of our newer Avengers that we anointed. He bathed in the healing waters of Lake Minnetonka before I went on my break. So sip of coffee for Kirk's Pencils. Put your sippers up. And also, you guys, tell me what you are sipping on tonight. What are we drinking, you guys? I knew this was going to be a special night. I've been away from coffee break for 3 months. Is that true? That sounds about right. But I'm back from outer space, and we're going to have a good time tonight. So, guys, tell me what you guys have been up to. Who else just showed up? What up, Matt? Good to see you. Yeah, what up, Jojo? Yizzer, was this up? Yeah, a lot of stuff's happened in 3 months. It's crazy. Matt, good to see you. Uh-oh. Hold on, the queen of coffee break just showed up. Suze has entered the chat. Guys, this is a cavalcade of stars tonight. You know what we got to do. Your elbows aren't ready. Pause. Do it with me, you guys. I put my hand upon your chip. Then I dip, you dip, we dip. Suze pose. What up, Suze? How are you? Kirk's Pencils feeling the love. Yes. You know it. I know, Matt. But we'll take care of it. It's all good. I said to the young person who interviewed me this afternoon, I said, you know what? We try to stay right here. We just try to stay right in the line, right between the lines. Stuff goes wild, we celebrate it, we bring it back. Stuff goes bad, we deal with it, we bring it back. We stay here, stay in the pocket. You keep your two-step. Right here, just my drink and my two-step. You just keep it right in the middle. because if you fall too deep in one direction, you're bound to get yourself in trouble. But we'll be all right. So let's see what people are drinking. Yes, that's true. It's not as bad as I made it sound out to be. So let's see, what are people sipping on? Matt's sipping on water. Okay. JRD has two drinks with him. There was a funny thing that just happened on the local news here. They always seem to catch Philly slipping with their our Fox Philadelphia, like the morning news program. They're just kind of silly, and they do a lot of silly news, and they're a lot of fun. But they're probably known more for making each other laugh and people falling off the table and stuff. But there was one for the on one of the main affiliates, and I'll just it had to do with what we just talked, having two mugs. So JRD says, in mug A, South American coffee brewed with cinnamon. Mug B, ginger tea. Are you kind of mixing them up? Sue says, drinking water better than what I was drinking last night. Colonoscopy prep. Meh, 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 meh. Oh man, you got the what do you call it? That milkshake. That brings all boys to the yard, I must say. Miguel says, tea. What kind of tea you got? What kind of tea you got? Let's see who else is up in here. A lot of love. Everybody's just like hugging each other. Yo, Marshall, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Good to see you, my man. What you sipping on? Paul Pate. What up, Paul Pate? Paul Pate says, my drink and my two step. That's all you need, my drink and my two step. Shout out to Cassidy. I love it. Ronaldo says, yes, I did call Jay from State Farm. And, they're taking care of me, so I'm all right. James, I love that avatar, James. You're a cool cucumber. James says, it's feeling fancy. Pinky's out, chai latte tonight. Must be a special occasion. Yo, I like a chai latte. You know what? This is funny. For the longest time, I did not like chai drinks. And then I started, somebody gave me a box of Trader Joe's like chai tea. I don't know, wasn't too fancy. And I was just starting to mix it up because a lot of you guys know that I am a coffee hound, right? Matt and Sue's coffee hound. But also, I only drink tea when I'm sick, or I'm not feeling right. I'll switch it up, but I'll drink tea. And I was like, let me try this. And I was like, okay, okay, okay. I was feeling it. So, but I didn't put extra stuff in it. Like I wasn't like I wasn't chefing it up. So for you chai people out there, tell me what's a good chai setup? Like I don't really know what a dirty chai is. Yo, somebody in the chat, tell me what a dirty chai. Yo, but I did enjoy just the vanilla, not vanilla chai, but you know what I'm saying. Vincent, what up, Vincent? Vincent's drinking cheap whiskey, of course. I'm about to become officially old. Now we don't talk about booze too much on the coffee break, but does anybody drink coffee and put like something else in? Do you spike coffee like, oh, this needs some bourbon or this needs some Irish whiskey? I'd like to hear about that. And also for you brown liquor uh, fans out there, tell me what your brand of choice is. I went through a thing for a little while where I was really enjoying bourbons, but again, I don't really know much about all that stuff. So if you tell me a really good brand, I'll check it out. There was a point where, not to stray too far off the subject, because there's so much to talk about tonight, you guys. I fear we're going to run out of time. Um, I'm surrounded by a lot of beer snobs. I have a lot of pals that are beer snobs. they're like craft beer aficionados, or you go to the thing and they're like, I would like a flight of your finest IPA and Pilsner. I don't know, bro. I do not. I don't get beer. I enjoy beer as much as the next guy, but people say like, "Hey, tomorrow I'm going up to the thing. What could I get you?" I'm like, I don't know. It all tastes like battery acid to me, but whatever you think is good. So let's hear about your booze of choice, and we'll talk about that for a second. Marshall says, "Water before bed. I like that. Got to clean out your septic tank." Sue says, "Matt and I went to Cracker Barrel just to pick up Goldberg peanut shoes meow, 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 for Tabersnackles." That's right, yo. Shout out to Tabersnackles. I got it. Where's my show? Oh, I got so many things. I love Tabersnackles. And also, that disappears every time I turn it off. What were you saying? Okay. Matt and I went to Cracker Barrel just to pick up peanut chews for Tabersnackles. That's what's happening right now. We are gathered. We are gathered here today for Tabernacle. Because on one hand, you have your drink and your two-step, Paul Pate, and your Tabersnackles. So, also in that vein, what do you, if anybody is enjoying a snack food these days, doesn't have to be right now, but kind of like in the past kind of couple of months, have you picked up a new snack habit? If I can find them, I've really been enjoying plantain chips. I don't know if they have those in your area, and I'm trying to like get my kikank back. Not like I ever had one, but I've been really trying to like stay away from sweets. And even though I'm diabetic, I should be eating sweets anyway. Like I have a little bit of a sweet tooth, and I'll keep kind of like low grade stuff around, like a roll of Smarties. Like you like unwrap the John, just have a couple of Smarties, and I'm out. That's all. I don't need that. I don't need a cake, and I don't need like a donut or anything. I just need a little something. So let's talk about that too. JRD. Okay, thank you, Nakota, actually playing along. Nakota says a dirty chai is, in theory, chai with a shot of espresso. Is that good? Is that worth exploring? Also, Nakota says, sometimes I put Bailey's in my coffee. Bailey's. James co-signs that. Okay, so all right, so this kind of leans into, is that snobbery? Because when people have beer rules, that means that feels a little flighty to me. So tell me what's so bad about IPAs? Paul Pate says strictly beer, beer snob here. Can't do any liquor or wine. Wow. Okay. So when they introduced growlers to the vernacular, I laughed and I was like, "That's just 40s for white dudes." And people looked at me funny. I was like, "Tell me I'm wrong." JRD says, "I don't drink alcohol much at all because of the T2, but when I can, I prefer Trappist ales." Okay. Dakota says, "I'm not a huge fan of alcohol since it all tastes like nasty cough syrup to me. The only thing I ever had that made me go, oh, I get it, is Sandom and Port." Oh, Kirk's Pencils Grand Marnier was my brown drink of choice. However, COVID made me stop. Price too high. The Ritz too damn high. Grand Marnier. Oh, you just have to say it like that. Grand Marnier. That's what's up. There was this video. It was probably like a reel, wasn't it too long ago, where these dudes are in a liquor store and they're talking about like Henny's too expensive, so they bought something else, and the dude is singing the hook for Mary Jane by Rick James. I'll have to find it. Matt says, "I'm a beer guy. Stouts, brown ales, and triples, but just for both for liquor, it's Maker's Mark bourbon." All right, we keep Maker's Mark in the studio. If mixing in Jameson's, if neat. All right, we're gonna have to have an adult beverage next time I see you, Matthew. JRD says, but Jared D's always chefing it, y'all. Jared D says, "What I do love roast pecans. I say pecans and walnuts in a nonstick skillet with a touch of EVOO, S&P, and chicken." Wait a minute. Are we talking about what are we talking about? Yeah, Ronaldo. I have a sweet tooth with a healthy food problem. uh, Ronaldo says Guinness or a nice 12-year-old Scotch. Matt says lots of IPAs are super hoppy and bitter, but I've had some mild ones that are nice. I just don't know enough to trust any of them. Okay, don't set it up. Am I wrong? Marshall says Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups. That's a good tabersnackle. Been killing them lately. Killing the game. Talk about snacks. Yo, Trader Joe's is where dreams come true. I was really on what was it on my purpose at TJ's was the Dunkers. Pause. The I guess they're not really biscotti, right? Because they're kind of like I guess they're biscotti if a biscotti is just a cookie, a long cookie with the chocolate joint. They're almost like um Milanos, like Pepperidge Farm Milanos, but they're like in sticks, and then they're in one of those Trader Joe's containers. Bruh, do not, just don't. Now y'all talk about stuff I can't even pronounce. All right, guys, this will be a good time for ID, right, Producer Suze? Now I have a little game for you guys because I miss you. I hope you miss me. And a lot of you guys know that I am a dyed in the wool nerd. I'm a giant Dungeons and Dragons nerd. Hopefully, we could talk about D&D. I got a special sneak preview screening passes to Dungeons and Dragons with Chris Pine. I saw that last weekend. Um, it wasn't bad, but anyway, to that, hold on, my earpiece is going off. Producer Sue's like, get that ID, cut the camera for. Um, I have a new game for you guys. We have to innovate on Coffee Break with JN, but because if we didn't, what would this be for, right? Does I keep you on your toes? Also, I'm not uh, hard to look at. I'm easy on the eyes because I have a 16 charisma with a +2 modifier. So that said, I have a game for you guys. If you guys remember the Gnaw Prize, who remembers the Gnaw Prize? The Gnaw Prize is like the Marvel, back in the day, the Marvel No Prize is when people would write letters to the editor trying to like debunk them or kind of like stump the editors. Or maybe they saw something that nobody else saw and they would send them a no prize. And the no prize was an envelope with nothing in it. So it was kind of the prestige of winning something or you know making a correct assumption, but you don't really get anything. Yes. What are we guessing? No prizes. Oh wait a minute. Hot chocolate. What are you guys talking about? All right, let me stay on my purpose. So I have a game for you guys tonight. Now this is going to go into my ID, but I want you guys to prepare. So the other day I was thinking about what can I do to innovate Coffee Break with JN? What can I do to bring the group back together and have a new fun game? So I I decided to put all my nicknames uh, in stat blocks all in a row. And what I have here is okay. You ready for this? I don't know if I can do both. I have a 20-sided die. You see that? Love that camera. That's lovely. Look at that. That's horrible. Hold on. Let me see if I can like make that not so bad. Where's the jaw? All right, let's try that. That's a little better, right? All right, you guys with me? So what's going to happen, you guys? is yo, July. What up, July? Good to see you. It may be March, but it's always July when my man Julian's in the building. What's up, bro? You're here just in time. That's right, the director of this facility. Is that on there? I think I missed some. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do my ID, and then for this ID, I'm going to tell you guys to pick a number from 1 to 20, and then I'm gonna roll, and I'm gonna do it twice for every ID. So you get 2 chances. So you can pick, say, 1 and 18, or 4 and 20, or 11 and 3, whatever. And if I pick those nicknames, you win a Naw prize. All right. So you guys have to just kind of keep me honest and just remind me because I can't do all of this. All right. You guys with me? All right. I forgot about that one. Next week I'll add that. I feel bad because he's a rough sort, but he was a great actor. Are you guys with me? All right, let's do this ID. Oh, look at all this stuff. It's pretty cluttered in here. All right. You're watching Coffee Break with JN with your boy JN. I've missed you so. Welcome back to Coffee Break, where all your dreams come true. Yes, most of your dreams come true on Ashley's stream, but play along. I go by many names. Most notably, between 1 and 20 of them. So some call me. Oh, hold on. Where's the joy? What? Look at that. Crit. Woo! Some call. I can't even see it. Where's the thing? Some call me a John enthusiast. Hey, you got to put your numbers in the chat because I don't know if if you got it right. And also, what is that? It's 15. What is that? Is that 15? No, it's 8. That's 15. Wow, this camera sucks. And also, Philly Donahue. So for everybody that got, what was that, 20 and 15, you win a Naw prize. Keep it in your pocket. So what happens here? You get to hang out with the caffeines. That's right, friends and regulars, not decaf, of Coffee Break with JN. And you get to watch me drink this coffee and run my mouth. And when I'm out of coffee, where's Trey? Somebody wake up Hicks. Video over. We did it, y'all. We got through that. All right. Wasn't that fun? Look at all the stuff I got going on. It's ridiculous. All right, let me get this off the screen. What I like what do you guys think of the little die roll setup? That's pretty good. That's pretty dope, right? So who won that round? Anybody? TZ, what up, Tom Zoller? You know America's Tom Zoller. America's team, Tom Zoller. What's up, brother? Is it good? Is it good coffee? I gave it up for Lent. Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. Hacks. Yo, I'm gonna pull out those Duke dice next week. All right, let me look through these. All right, you guys did it right. 7-3-1-4. So hold on, Matt won, right? And so Ronaldo, both of you guys won. Okay, so Matt and Ronaldo get a Naw prize. Remind me after the show. That's right. You know what this is. No decaf. That means there's no decaf up in this Mickey Ficky, this Major Falcon, this Humpty Dumpty. That's right. We only do brown caps, not orange caps up in here. Oh, I love it. All right. Well, one's a win. You don't have to win both of them. What up, Big Angel? Angel says that's a little D&D die. No, it's regular size. I have this little camera like mad close to the thing. And that's I don't really here, let's play with this for a second. I don't really use this. Oh, now it works. I don't really use this camera because it kind of does this autofocus thing, and it just can't cut the mustard. Yeah, you don't have to match the numbers, JRD. I'm just giving you, I say two things. So, so we'll try it again, but that was fun. All right. So Ronaldo and Matt have NAW prizes on their way. And tell Ronaldo it's not the size of the dice, it's how you roll them. And I have a nerd gripe. I have a nerd gripe. I was watching some Yo, we leveled up, bro. We get a whole room to play D&D in now, not Ma's basement. Um Shit, what was I gonna say? It just fell out of my head. Oh, so I watch a lot of YouTube, like a lot of YouTube. And one thing I've been watching lately are battle reports or bat reps, and I really miss like gaming, you guys. Like so with my head down working on projects, I really want to play some D&D. I really want to play some Marvel superheroes. I really want to play some Walking Dead tabletop skirmish, whatever. So my interests have started waning back to once in a while people ask me what I like to do when I'm not drawing, and almost every one of my cartoons friends like I draw when I'm not supposed to draw, and like I like doing things that aren't that. So I used to have a really well, used to really calm me down was painting miniatures because I'm a dork, right? So the little dudes, I like to paint the little dudes, and it's very therapeutic. It's very cathartic to just kind of like control your breathing and like paint paint eyeballs on a little guy. And I've been missing that. So I started watching these channels. It's not like Critical Role with actors like acting like thespians. I'm not really into that. More of, these guys are around this magnificent crafted table. And there's this one game, Star Wars Legion, that's out right now, where basically you get a box with a lot of sprues and little dudes you got to put together. Then you paint them, then you put them on the table, and then they fight each other. And there's no role playing. It's kind of like, the objective is this, get to there, you have 300 points to spend on your army. It's army men is basically what it is. And what I missed was the crafting part of it, where these people are building this magnificent. If you think about a train enthusiast, and like when you see like you go in somebody, I hope somebody you know's basement, and they would have like a giant diorama of a city and the trains going around and through the thing, and it's just that except they're like war scenarios, and the guys are rolling dice. And the thing that drives me crazy is when these people say, "Okay, I have to roll one dice. Roll one dice." It's die. The singular of dice is die. And plural of dice is dice. It drives me crazy. And I don't have anybody else to tell this to. Yo, Duke's gonna make it. He's okay. Yo, Joe, what up, Duke? You snuck in. Good to see you. Yo, Kidlet's here. What up, Kidlet? Good to see you. Oh, I missed this. Oh yeah, that's right. You got some. Did you you get some? Sorry, James. Yeah, did you put them together yet? It's such a very therapeutic thing, you guys. If you go to your FLGS, your friendly local gaming store, and say, "Yo, I need that starter kit, and I need some minis to paint," they'll hook you up, and it's the whole thing. If you've ever were into model cars, or model trains, or model anything, and it's its own language. Like you need sprue cutters, and a sprue is like when you buy this stuff and you open a box, it's just like a plastic sheet with all the things, and they're all in these little like little tentacles that you got to snip with snippers, and then you put the stuff together with glue. It's very tactile. So if it doesn't drive you crazy, and if you have good enough eyesight, I suggest you try and paint some minis. Yeah, Paul Pate. Same on painting miniatures. Electric football players, though. I love what you guys do. That's fantastic. Ronaldo says, any advice on what paints to use? Reaper paint is good. Shout out to Reaper out in Denton, Texas. I see y'all. I've been to their facilities. It's fantastic. Um, well, here's the thing. If you're going to paint miniatures, here are some of the things you really need to know. The first thing is that if you're buying kind of like out of the package, like Reaper Bones is one of their brands. They're all white, and they're not made out of resin. They're made out of something called like bonasium or something, some kind of like weird bendy plasticky stuff. You have to clean them first, like give them a bath in your sink with some like dish detergent to kind of whatever clean off that. There's some kind of weird film on it. As they say that stuff is ready to paint, it isn't. The second thing you have to do is prime them. So sometimes you can get a rattle can or spray can of primer spray, and you just kind of take it outside and like tag it. Like if you bought a bunch of them, like line them up on a piece of cardboard and just like dust them all. You don't want to oversaturate it. When that's dry, then they're ready to paint. So Reaper's good, Vallejo's good. It's kind of all good, but you can't use like Walmart paint on them. I mean, you can if you do. Well, no, I'll say you shouldn't. Really, all of the brands are fine, but the biggest thing that messes people up is they put too much paint on a miniature because you're kind of like just blapping it on there. You have to use thin coats, several thin coats, and that'll get you through it. There's a couple of channels that are really good. I like the Miniac. This guy who's got a. These guys are making a lot of money on YouTube just painting miniatures. I like the Miniac. I like Sarastro painting. My man Iron Tusk Miniatures. Shout out to my man from Iron Tusk who paints all of the Critical Role people's miniatures. He does fantastic work. Go check him out on IG. And just kind of see how they do it. Maybe we'll start a paint club. I would love to do that. Oh, we lost Marshall. Good night, Marshall. Be good. Um, yeah. See how I kind of got off on a thing here. Let's see what's going on in here. Right, and there's a bunch of people in this chat that know exactly what I'm talking about. Nakotis. Oh, and also with sprues, once you put them all together, you might have to get like a tiny X-Acto blade or something and cut off the flash, which is kind of like extra pieces of plastic. And sometimes there's like seam from where the molds hit. I'm not an expert at this, but I know that if you kind of don't care about all that stuff, it doesn't matter. You made the thing. But if you're like trying to be precise, you want to get all the extra stuff off of there. And also, I walked past a Warhammer store, and Warhammer is its own thing. I don't get into Warhammer, but I understand it. Warhammer is a super expensive hobby. Those dudes are balling in there. So if you ever go into a Warhammer store and you're like, I'd like the starter kit, if they don't laugh you out of the place, you might come out of there like missing $300 easy. And also at those places, they play a lot of games like those giant tables with the stuff on it. Come back next Saturday and bring your army. We're to do a 500-point game. I'll give you a tip. Pause. Don't go in there with an unpainted army. They'll laugh you out of the place. If to save you any type of nerd cred, even hire somebody to paint your stuff if you can't do it. It's that critical. It's very finicky. Nakota says, just thinking about the finickiness of trying to get paint on the tiny areas makes my brain start to feel like running against the wall screaming. I have no idea how people do it. You know what? A lot of people use airbrush too. Duke says you could technically use Walmart paint, but you'd have to thin it with water first, which could be tricky. I would use Walmart paint for making terrain because when I was a dungeon master and I would like make things, that was my favorite part of it was kind of like making the stuff. That's that's good for like dry brushing and basing and making walls and stuff. But I wouldn't paint minis with it. It just looks bad. Like JRD, like the Netflix, like those what was that stuff July that you guys were into, the hero clicks? They're the worst painted miniatures ever. I know people would strip them, pause. Like you give them a bath in was it purple stuff, whatever that stuff is called, and then repaint them because they're just horrible. Oh, Blood Bowl you're talking about? That's a whole other thing. There's so many things. You see what I mean? That's like a sub niche. So, but anyway, I would like to tell anybody the singular of dice is die. Like the die is cast, not the dice is cast. Like I turned off a channel just because the guy kept saying, "Oh, okay, I got to roll this dice." It just drove me crazy. Let's change the subject. Um, JRD said at the opening of the show that I should have done my first sip of coffee for Trugoy the Dove from De La Soul, who passed over the last couple. What was it like in February when he passed? That left a hole in my heart. I'm a giant De La Soul fan, and if you watch It Ain't Hard to Tell on the Patreon, you would see my tribute that I did with Hawthorne to him. And I hope at this point, if you're like, "Who's De La Soul?" You fix that, fix your face, and go cop their entire catalog because it's good for your soul. That should have been the sequel to Die Hard, Dice Hard. All right, see you, TZ. No, no, he died before that. He died. I think he died. He died in February, and the catalog dropped on 3/3, March 3rd. But I'm not gonna fight over that. Yeah. Duke says, "Yes, Matt." And the singular phrase is rat. All right, enough. I see a lot of people watching in the chat, guys. If you are lurking, I would like you to fix that. Um, I remember our newest caffeines, Kirk's Pencils, and Bill Wiss uh, came into the fold, um, and I would like to bring in some more people. So this is kind of like at Tabernacle at Revival, when if anybody would like to come forward and come down and get the good word, step on out, introduce yourselves in the chat, and we will embrace you with our internet hug. That's right. Tell them, Dakota. Don't just lurk. Word that rhymes with lurk that means you interact. I don't know. I thought you were going to say jerk, but then I thought maybe that's a bad word in your house. And like, we don't say jerk. I don't know. Um, but yeah, one thing, that's right. Oh yeah, my man, he passed. Oh, it's been so many people passed. What's his face? Lance Reddick passed away. And you know what sucks is that he's one of those cats that's in everything. And I was telling people, it's like, oh man, did you hear Lance Reddick died? And he's one of those people where they go, who? You go, the dude that's in the thing. He's always like the police captain or whatever. Oh, that guy. I guess I don't know if that speaks better of his work because you know who he is, you just don't know his name. I don't know if one is better than the other, but that was really sad. And I don't know if anybody's heard anything else about that, right? Like he was 60 and it was like in phenomenal shape. So, I just want I just saw that again. That was like prime Funny or Die internet. So good. Yeah, if you don't know what that is, go put that on YouTube. You're gonna enjoy it. Bros, what up, Bros? Bros says, I'm here. I'm here. I've got coffee break on the TV, so it's not easy to comment. I'm here. Good to see you, my man. Yeah, yeah, Lance was great. Ronaldo says he's a badass in John Wick. Oh yeah, and chapter 4 just came out, right? Yo, I'm gonna say I've only seen the first John Wick. I loved it. I loved it. I just haven't had a chance to watch the rest of them. Do you think we should do a Wickathon? Wicked Man. Right. Nakota says all they said was Lance died of, which is like just say you don't know when something gave out. Oh, Fringe, yes. Yeah. And Fringe, I think we used to call Fringe, we used to call that Pacey. Was that like Dimension Pacey? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what a shame. Duke says, I didn't realize I cared about Lance Reddick until I heard he passed. Ain't that the way? Oh, shout out to Dr. Christy Blanche, who her project, what is it called? Good Boy, which is kind of it's like a John Wick flip. So in this universe, like I think dogs and humans kind of live in the same sphere, and somebody kills this dog's John Wick. He starts murdering everybody. I think that's how that works. Oh, right, it's in the Horizon games. I've never played Horizon, but I know a lot of people love it. Are you guys playing? You guys have to give me your I don't know your PSN codes or whatever. Ronaldo says my buddies and I have a weekly review show, and we've been doing the John Wicks the last 3 weeks with the lead up to 4 this week. Marathon is a wickathon. Ronaldo, what's your review show? I didn't know you were podcasting. This might be preaching to the choir, you guys, but let's do a card exchange. We got a little bit more time to go. This is going to be a little OT. Chris, what up, Chris Mariano? One half of the Leaping Mariano brothers. Hello, Chris. Good to see you, my man. Um, I told Chris that kind of like with my man Paul Pate, that they've been doing mods on Tecmo Super Bowl for the Nintendo, where people update the rosters. So there's like a current 2022-23 season Tecmo Super Bowl game. Touchdown! Uh, Mahomes. That's funny. Yeah, like I know all about Bo Jackson. It was crazy. Bo always knows. But, if you go to, I forget the name of the site, you can go download a ROM with all the new dudes in it. Ronaldo's thing is called Council of Comics. We do movies on Sundays, new comics on Monday, and various stuff throughout the week. That sounds fun. So, anybody else doing any other multimedia stuff? Put it in the chat so we can shout each other out. We had a fantastic pencil to pencil last night. Pencil to pencil. I came back to pencil to pencil. My man Joe Illage was a guest. We haven't had a guest in months, but the team came together. It was amazing. Joe is such a resource of knowledge. If you're not exactly sure who Joe Illage is, Joe was one of the early editors of Milestone Comics. He was one of the editors on the Batman line for DC. He started a universe at Lion Forge. He was the editor of Heavy Metal. He's all over the place, and he's wanting to do new things as we speak. And if you want to know about the other side of how the sausage is made with comics, you want to know how editorial works. It was a fantastic interview. Thank you, Matthew. It was great. Dakota says, not me personally, but Fell Hound is one of my favorite indie comic book people, and people should buy her stuff. Yes, I agree. Um, Speaking of Tecmo Bowl, Bo Jackson was unstoppable, and the Giants could block any field goal. Is true. There was something I just read. I can't remember what it was. They were interviewing the guys who created NBA Jam, and one of the guys was, I'm making this up. So let's just say this guy hated the Seattle Supersonics, and he put some sort of cheat code in there so that the Sonics would always fall behind if they were playing like the Bulls or something. There's nothing you could do about it. Because that game would cheat. You're like, you could never be, I don't know how people finish the season of NBA Jam on the arcade because the thing would just, it was ridiculous the way it cheated. Let's do another ID and then we'll do some more and then we'll get out of here. I have a lot. I put a little extra coffee in the cup because I missed you guys. So this will be a perfect time, you guys. Time for the next round of JN's nicknames with a die 20. Uh, we should call it JND20 or something like that. So I'm going to put the thing back on the screen. Um, so, guys, you can pick two numbers from 1 to 20. So it can be 1 and 10 or 8 and 15, whatever. All right. And even if you pick the same numbers last time, it doesn't matter because I'm going to roll the die anew. So load up the chat with your numbers, and any winning number gets a non prize for me. You just got to remind me after the show. Okay. All right, JRD. Strong numbers. Strong numbers. Okay. Did you roll a die? Did you roll a die for these? Come on, you guys. Let's load these up. Who's left? The Sue's put numbers in. E, what up, E? Good to see you, my man. Woojin Glider. Hello. Good to see you. All right. We're almost ready. Come on, you guys. Load this up so I can go. I'll have to figure out how to move this thing off the side of the screen. Just move it to the side. All right. That's enough. And that it? Is that it? Are we done? All right. Let's do this ID. See, now here you go. Now people want to put more on here. Yeah, sure. I'll give you another one. Yes. All right, you guys, let's go. You're watching Coffee Break with JN with your boy JN, master of the JND20. I was going to say, I'll say it anyway, the administrator of this facility, the director of this facility. That's a freebie. And the CEO of COE of the JNN, the Jamar Nicholas Network. You know it by name. Well, hello. What is going on here? You are hanging out with me and my, you know who they are, the caffeines, tell them Suze, the friends and regulars, not decaf, a coffee break with JN. And this is where you get to hang out with me. Are you guys ready? Ugh, where is it? What is that? 17. Philadelphia's favorite son. And also, ugh, all right, I just did that. And 11. And also, your internet hairbrusher and best friend. Well, hello. What happens here? You get to hang out with me and watch me drink this coffee and run my mouth. And when I'm out of coffee, come on, you guys. Here's the thing. Have anybody seen Trey lately? And when I'm out of coffee, video. So sad, you guys. What a great night we've been having, right? Don't you miss this? Don't you miss us? All right, you guys, I'm going to start wrapping this up. So who won? Anybody win? What was it? 17 and 11. Hacks. It was Kirk's. Wait, no, Kirk. Did Kirk Pencil get his in on time? Did you get it in? Pause. 11 was one of them. All right, Kirk's Pencil, you get one. So we got 11 and 17. So Kirk's. Oh, Sue's got a 17. Yes. So Kirk's pencils in. Sue's got a null prize this time. Congratulations, Susan Kirk. You have a null prize on its way. Remind me after the show. um, all right, so let's get the brass tacks, you guys. Um, the world we live in is wild, right? You never know who's going to be here and who isn't. Life is short. Every day is precious. You have to take care of yourself, take care of your people. Like my man Beast Mode said, take care of your mentals and take care of your chicken. You know what I'm saying? That's important. Your mentals. I should make a hashtag out of that. Take care of your mentals, JRD. And this is special. Um, I must have been super, super, super busy if I wasn't doing coffee break and pencil to pencil. Because these are things that usually distress me. But when, sometimes you run out of dominoes, right? You remember the dominoes. Tell them, Angel, word up. Take care of your people, because, who thought True Boy from De La Soul would die? Who thought Lance Reddick would die? And those are like famous people. I care about every one of you guys, and I want to make sure you're good. Right? Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, Ronaldo, but I agree. Right? Work on your mentals. Beast Mode knows what he's talking about. He's a smart dude. And I feel like group is here for all of us. I'm glad that you guys get something from this. I'm glad that I don't even want to say are entertained because that makes me feel weird to think that, oh, I was entertained by you because I don't want to think about this in that way. Right. I don't feel like I need to like dance in like for people. That's not what this is. This is a group of sharing and building each other up, right? So carry that on with you into your week. That's what group is for. You walk out of the rec center feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the world. I've said things to myself over the past couple of weeks, which is it sounds really wild. Like I've had a couple of school visits, and I say things like, sometimes you have to tell yourself to be brave. Sometimes you have to like take a deep breath and get up off the side of the bed and go put your socks on and go face the day. Nothing is easy. None of this is easy. Even as easy as I make talking to a screen with a bunch of stuff, a bunch of Guitar Hero on the side of the screen is not easy. There's a lot of people who can't do what I do, and I know that, and you know it too. Um, and this is just kind of like a weird cocktail of my gifts that create this person in front of you. And I'm glad I get to share my life with you guys in some ways. And I don't take that for granted. And I hope you don't either. um, Duke says, I'm a huge introvert, meaning other people drain my energy. Yo, facts. But this group doesn't have that draining effect on me. Right. See, it's special. Ronaldo says, this is a community. I love coming and seeing everyone. Yes, me too. Nakota says, "This is a fantastic gathering of fantastic humans recharging the mentals." That's right. Take care of your mentals. That's what this is about. And like, there's parts of this where I go, hey, you know what? Join my Patreon. That'd be great. A lot of you guys are already patronuses of mine. That's fantastic. This isn't the begging hour. I even had the Cash App join on there once, and I was just like, I don't know, that doesn't feel right for what this is. But when I put that on the bottom of the screen, it's like there's other stuff that I do that I don't put out here. You guys know about MMC Monday Morning Constitutional, where you get to see me for like 10 minutes or less on Monday, and I get us recharged. I'm like, you guys, this is what's going on in my life and in the studio. What are you working on? Let's go out there and let's chop down that tree, or let's hit that windmill with this lance. Let's do it. Very motivational. It's very inspirational. Also, the world renowned It Ain't Hard to Tell with my man Mike Hawthorne. Yes, the guy that draws Batman, Mike Hawthorne. That Mike that Bat Hawthorne. That Mike Hawthorne. Ashy Stream, guys, I have an Ashy Stream coming up this weekend. I hope you don't see that anywhere else. And my new tier system, even though it's not on the thing, is pay what you want. And what I mean by that is everybody gets everything uh, on my Patreon this year. So say if you were in a good looking out thing and you just have enough to throw the price of a dirty chai my way, you get to see Monday Morning Constitutional, and it ain't hard to tell. So go check it out. Why don't you? I would love to get over 50 Patronuses this quarter. So let's see what we can do about that. Because there's value, and we all have value, but there's value in this too, in this group. Yes. Hey, what up, Bill? How are you? Right? And you hear it. You see the Patronuses speak this into existence. Said it before. I'll say it again. It ain't hard to tell. It's worth the cost of admission. Yes, it is. Ronaldo says, MMC is my Monday reset. Yes, it is. Come on, man. I don't know what else to tell you at this point. I don't know what else to say. So I will say that I enjoyed catching up with you guys. I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad you guys were here to welcome me back. I was a little nervous that you guys were like, nah, I'm over it. I'll find something else to do on Thursdays at 9 p.m. But we came back for this, and I love you for it. All right, you guys, want to wrap this up? I have a little sipper left. This is going to be our last time for JND20 for the night. Oh, thank you, Nakota. I missed you too. Bill says, I drove 6 hours to Virginia, but I could not miss group. I love it. Let's get a sipper for Bill O'Donnell in that statement. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a half a sipper because I'm running out of coffee. Thank you so much, Bill. All right. Anybody else? Oh, you know what? Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Kirk's Pencils. Thank you. Oh, Suze, you know what to do. You got to guide him out of here. It's time to say those goodbyes, y'all. So get them started, because once it's over, it's over. Good night, John Boy. That's right. I used to dribble down a VA. H to the Izzo. Word to the Ringo. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much. Last time for JND20. Give me two numbers from 1 to 20. And there's one more set of knob prizes going out the door. Put your numbers in, and we'll do this. So sweet. Thank you all. Yes. Good night, John Boy. Guys, get those numbers in. All right. Oh, Nakota's going for crits and crit fumbles. All right. There you go. Thank you, Angel. Thanks for showing up, bro. I miss you. I'm glad you were able to come on. I know you enjoy coffee break, and I love you for it. Thank you. Yo, Trey came home. What up, Trey? Just one, Angel? You get two numbers. Just three? All right. Tree Fitty. I love it. All right, you guys. Just one number, Bill. You get two. All right, you guys, lock your numbers in so I could do this thing. Do you guys need to see? Let me put the John up. Hold on. All right. Danny Dimes. Yo, Trey, it's good to see you, my man. I'm glad you made it. If you missed all the goodness before this, go check out the replay. All right, you guys, lock those numbers in. We're going. You ready? Let's go home. You've been watching Coffee Break with JN with your boy JN. I go by many names. My names are now documented on this sheet that my caffeines are going to help me pick right now. Some call me number 12. You may know that I have a charisma of 16 with a +2 modifier. All of this almost doesn't fit into an hour podcast. I need more time. And also, crit. I love it. These dice are nice. This die is nice. And also, wait, what is the last one? A John enthusiast. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Who did anybody win that round? Did anybody get 20? Oh, Nakota got a 20. And who else? So just Dakota this round? I said 20, and what was the other one? Oh, a 12, right? Was that it? 20 and 12. All right. If you guys got a knob prize, you got to tell me. No, Dakota, that is right. You're the first. You know what? You get another knob prize for finally seeing that. This this painting has been in the background in my studio for a year. Mike Manley painted this. This is from back when he was in art school, and he just painted an eggplant. I was like, please give me that. It's fantastic. So Dakota, you get another one for that. Kirk pencils, you get a 12. All right. Yo, let's end it right there. Guys, if you want a knob prize, hit me up on Messenger or whatever and send me your address and I'll take care of that. I love the eggplant wizard. All right, you guys. Also, let me finish this. So you got to hang out with me, uh, cartoonist Jamar Nicholas. You watch me drink this coffee around my mouth. Guys, I had a lot of fun tonight. I miss you. I'm glad we were able to do this. And what happens here, now that I'm out of coffee, take us home, Trey. See you next week. Love you lots.